Hey, what's up guys, Jackson here at Toasty DIY, and today we're going to be talking about a very useful tool for streamers and content creators alike, the Stream Deck Mini, coming in at $59.99. So I picked this up off of Amazon. We're actually doing a main channel tech roundup for under 75 bucks, and this being right at 60 felt like a pretty good price to performance device because I use one of these at home, Matt uses one of these here, McAllister uses one. They're actually great for editing, believe it or not. They're honestly good too for just people who like having macros. So if you just like having macros for web pages, maybe you're into doing stocks or day trading, whatever, this is a really cool device because it has a digital display that you can customize all of the icons to whatever you want. You can do things like volume up and down. If you have a camera or like a Keylight or any other Elgato products, you can turn them on and off and even change hues and stuff like that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing of the Stream Deck Mini. All right, so let's go ahead and get the small box open. So there's really not much to these Stream Deck Minis, really any of the Stream Decks, honestly. There's some pretty fancy ones out there. There's even some aftermarket brands that are pretty good for the price too, that have a lot more features depending on what you're looking for. But I will say, as a company who's tried many of these devices, there's just something about the Elgatos that just seem to work really good. And as you guys can see, very simple connectivity. Just uses USB 2, so this one doesn't even need USB 3, which is pretty slick. And this one has really no adjustability. I mean, it's just simple. It sits at I'd say about a 45-degree angle so that you can see all the buttons really well. They're pretty bright. This one doesn't have like super clicky buttons. They just feel like a membrane keyboard. But it's one of those devices where it just does what you need. You don't have to worry about anything going out on it. At least I've never seen any parts wear on these. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the cable. It's not braided or anything fancy. It's obviously not wireless. I'd say the cable's about 6 feet long. So some people may need an extension, but we actually run one of these in our stream setup, and it's actually the Mini as well. And we use a extension on it, and it works great. It actually is able to reach, I think, around 15 feet with an extension. But the thing I love about it is just how small it is. It doesn't weigh much. It does have a little bit of grip on the bottom once you actually take this peel off, so it doesn't slide around when you press the button. It's actually very firm. Like, I'm pushing on it right now and it's trying to move the whole desk mat, which is pretty cool. Now you do need some software to set this up, of course. It's not like you can just download an app or something on your phone. You actually, whatever device you're using it on, assuming it's going to be a laptop or a desktop, you got to plug it in. You do have to download the Elgato Stream Deck software. There's a specific software just for the Stream Deck, and then it's not too hard to set up from there. I will say there's times where I've had trouble setting certain macros up, especially if the programs aren't working with it properly, like OBS, for example. This is amazing for OBS, for changing scenes, doing sound alerts. I have mine set up at home. I have the full-size Stream Deck. I have it set up for doing tons of different sound effects and all kinds of things. You can even do multiple pages where you can have it go to 3-4 different pages, even on the Mini. But I have had times where with things like OBS, sometimes the plugins that are built in don't work very well, but it's pretty rare, and usually it's a pretty easy fix. All right, I want to give you guys a little tour of what I have going on here. So this should be pretty much everything you need to know inside of this video about the Stream Deck, and that should go for pretty much any of them, even like the Stream Pedal. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to actually go to Elgato's website. Yeah, and then right here you can see Stream Deck, and it's going to give you whatever the current version is. In our case, it's 6.9.1. And you can see here it's compatible with like everything ever, basically. So, and this is really all of Elgato's downloads, including the Keylight, which I happen to have, and I'm going to show you guys how that works. So basically what I downloaded was Stream Deck utility and the Control Center utility. So pretty simple. There's a lot of other things too. And what you're going to get when you download the Stream Deck utility is this right here, the Stream Deck Mini utility, if you have the Mini. And it's going to give you some generic ones that you can use, like some generic panels. Let me try to get this a little bit. Hopefully this is an angle where this camera here can see, but basically I've already gone through and set up a few things. So these are like, this is my first page. So really simple. I have mute, I have volume up, down, I have show desktop, which is kind of cool. I have screenshot, which I'm like, wow, that is a useful little button there. And then you'll notice if I press this, that takes me to the next page, where if I have OBS up, which I'll go ahead and pull up here. So with OBS, I can actually go through and change my scenes with the click of a button. It's actually a lot more useful than you think, because a lot of games that you may be playing, if you Alt-Tab, it just doesn't look good. It looks unprofessional, and it may actually break your stream. It may kind of just mess things up that you don't want to have to go back and fix later on. So this is really useful, and you can do all kinds of different OBS features. Let me show you the last page here. So my last page is actually my stream light. Check it out. On, off, and brightness up, brightness down, and then I even did a little YouTube URL shortcut. I also did a Vegas shortcut as well to open up Sony Vegas. So the Stream Deck really does have like a lot, and I mean a lot of possibilities you can do with it. And I want to show you guys what that looks like real quick too. So if you actually want to go and add and remove things, it's really simple. So I can just click this and just press delete. I can change the title. I can change what its action is. And so let's say here, all right, so here's everything I have downloaded right now. You can actually download like presets and packs. So if I want to add something, so we'll just go to page, we'll just add another page. So it brings me to that page and you can actually interact with it. So if you check it out, like I'm literally moving the Stream Deck as I go. And let's say I want to add a record button for OBS, just like that. And then I would just title it like record. If you want to give it a title, you can even change these icons, which is really cool. I think you may even be able to, I'm trying to see here, you might be able to add custom icons. I'm not totally sure. They have a lot though. They have, let's see, it looks like about 400 different icons to choose from. So they probably have everything you could possibly need. And they even have like a store, which that's an interesting part too. So they have like this little plugin store where you can go here and you can download stuff. There are things that cost money. Whether you like that or hate that, a lot of the stuff's free. I've never spent any money on anything, but there are a lot of cool packs that people actually make and companies make and even Elgato makes. But yeah, super cool stuff. I really do think that these are very useful tools. I know McAllister uses the crap out of his actually for editing of all things. He uses his to actually color code his timeline. He uses it for snipping and he has certain like hotkey shortcuts macroed into it. So it's a super useful tool for him. And you know, for me, I use it a lot for streaming, but here, I'm gonna keep this one actually here on my desk at work, and I will be using this, especially like that screenshot tool. Whenever we do our monthly streams, it'll be good for OBS so I can change scenes. I really like it. The Keylight's super sick. I think it's so cool being able to turn that on and off on the fly, which I do have to use for the streams and stuff. So I'll definitely be using this Mini. I think it's a great tool for 60 bucks, especially if you're gonna be doing anything that is productivity or gaming based. So that was a little tutorial on the Stream Deck, more specifically the Stream Deck Mini. And like I said, Elgato does make a lot of really good products that just seem to always work, which I kind of appreciate because we've tried other brands. You know, we've tried like Loop Deck. I can't even really think of any of that. Cooler Master. There's that one that has Mountain in the name, and almost all of them just kind of seem to have a couple of flaws here and there when it comes to the software just seamlessly working. And like I said, Elgato, you know, with the Stream Deck, I have had some issues here and there, but it's been the most consistent for me. And typically the issues I easily get ironed out. It's usually just software out of date and stuff like that. So Stream Deck Mini, 60 bucks. I think it's a pretty slept on item that I think almost any gamer can utilize, even if it's just for something as simple as like a mute, volume up, down, and a few web pages that you often go to. I kind of think it's worth it. I think it's very aesthetic. I like that you can make these icons whatever color and theme you want as well. And I just think it's a really cool product for the price. But let me know what you think down below. Would you buy the Elgato Stream Deck or do you already own one? On the main channel, there will be a top 5 roundup of items under $75 that are tech related. I got the Stream Deck for mine, and I know there's some other pretty cool ones in there. So make sure you guys check out the main YouTube channel and also check out PC Bros because some of these items may just be for sale there.